was a young man named Christopher Lucas, who was 26 years old, father of 2 daughters, 3rd daughter on the way. Just like any other night, Christopher was doing his job as manager on duty at Pizza Hut. And then he heard the storm coming. And it was then when this former sailor quickly ushered everybody into the walk-in freezer. The only problem was the freezer door wouldn't stay closed from the inside. So as the tornado bore down on this small storefront on Rangeline Road, Christopher left the freezer to find a rope or a cord or anything to hold the door shut. He made it back just in time, tying a piece of bungee cord to the handle outside, wrapping the other end around his arm, holding the door closed with all his might. And Christopher held it as long as he could, until he was pulled away by the incredible force of the storm. He died saving more than a dozen people in that freezer. You see, there are heroes all around us, all the time. They walk by us on the sidewalk. They sit next to us in class. They pass us in the aisle wearing an orange apron. They come to our table at a restaurant and ask us what we'd like to order. Just as we can't know why tragedy strikes in the first place, we may never fully understand where these men and women find the courage and strength to do what they did. What we do know is that in a split-second moment, where there's little time for internal reflection or debate, the actions of these individuals were driven by love. Love for a family member, love for a friend, or just love for a fellow human being. That's good to know. In a world that can be cruel and selfish, it's this knowledge, the knowledge that we are inclined to love one another, that we're inclined to do good, to be good, that causes us to take heart. We see with fresh eyes what's precious and so fragile and so important to us. We put aside our petty grievances, our minor disagreements. We see ourselves in the hopes and hardships of others, and in the stories of people like Dean and people like Christopher. We remember that each of us contains reserves of resolve and compassion. There are heroes all around us, all the time. And so, in the wake of this tragedy, let us live up to their example. To make each day count, to live with a sense of mutual regard, to live with that same compassion that they demonstrated in their final hours. We are called by them to do everything we can to be worthy of the chance that we've been given to carry on. I understand that at a memorial yesterday for Dean, his wife decided to play a recording of Dean whistling a song he loved, Amazing Grace. The lyrics are a fitting tribute to what Joplin's been through. Through many dangers, toils and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home.